it's gonna be hard to beat him. It's gonna be hard to beat Usyk because he's fast. He outpunched his jab. Joshua has to learn how to get away from his jab. That's the only thing that he couldn't handle. He couldn't handle his jab and this movement. He was too fast for Joshua. Joshua had to put a lot of pressure on him and keep it on him all night. He has to be more the powerful puncher, but he's not as active. You got to be active against a guy like that. He moves too much. The jab is educated, and just outsmart the guy.
AJ versus Usyk, the rematch. Who do you think will pull that one out?
Usyk. I feel like Usyk. I like AJ, but I'm gonna go with Usyk.
Okay, we got AJ versus Usyk in a rematch. So how do you think that's gonna turn out?
Usyk gonna come up.
Could you say that for me one time?
Usyk gonna come up again. I like Usyk. He's really good. You know, he's a legend. He's on my pound for pound list for sure. And he's a funny motherfucker.
The heavyweight landscape has two major fights, the AJ Usyk rematch and Dillian Whyte Tyson Fury. Can you just give us a small breakdown on how that all plays out?
I think that Usyk doubles down. I think he beats AJ for the second time, and I think that of course, if Tyson Fury ends up fighting Dillian Whyte, I'm hearing that fight may not jump off. But if it happens that way, I expect him to handle business, whoever he's in the ring with. I think that probably the best fight that can be made right now at heavyweight is Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk for fight fans, for fans who understand the science, the art, what boxing truly is. You get a true Renaissance fight with Usyk and Fury.
With a lot of upsets going on in boxing, just being on top of the game of boxing, how do you stay motivated?
Well, you have to give me an example. When you say a lot of upsets, name a lot of upsets.
Teofimo Lopez and Kambosos were the big upsets.
Name some more.
Anthony Joshua and Usyk.
That was not an upset.
Oh, it wasn't?
I mean, when you got two guys with so much experience, like I said before, you got guys with two guys. It's just that Anthony Joshua was on TV. And everybody's seen him. Usyk was a hell of a fighter, a gold medalist, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but he was behind the scenes. Two guys with a crazy amateur backgrounds, and one guy is not being seen, and another guy is being seen. Then we call it an upset. No, it's just that he was working behind the scenes, and another guy who was working in front of everybody. Then finally, they had to meet up, and then. Anthony Joshua came up short, but Anthony Joshua, I told him from the beginning. You know, I was one of the first guys to come on record from the beginning. I told him he can come, and I can teach him some pointers. Because a lot of times, this is just my take. The same coach you had as an amateur doesn't always make him a great professional coach, because some guys are great at amateur coaching, and some guys are great at professional coaching, and even like my dad, I feel like my dad was the best as a professional, because he was teaching me when I was an amateur, he was teaching me like a professional. So, you know, like I said, I'm going to always speak the real, whether somebody like it or not. I just feel like Anthony Joshua, they keep going to different coaches. Oh, this coach going to work with him, this coach going to work with him. I told him in the beginning when he was undefeated, you got some things you still got to tweak, because if you don't, then you may come up short.